Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Facebook Friday.
I'm here.
We're here. I think Lisa's saying I'm here because it's a big struggle to get here.
Well, not today, but last Friday it was. So,
yeah, it was really tough last Friday. We didn't even see you.
No,
You
no.
weren't even here, incognito or anything.
No. I did join, but
that was nice that you came and joined. That snow week, we really had something else. We're not used to it, and it was weird, but it was not like Newfoundland.
Yes, definitely not like that.
Mm-hmm.
For us, though, it
felt like it.
It felt like it.
In Canada, we have the eastern province, Newfoundland, got an immense snowfall. I think it was something like, let's say, almost 4 feet. Of snow. And of course, then they have to take it off the road. So then there's these banks that are higher than a person. I mean, it looked like the Arctic Circle. Yeah,
and I saw one picture of someone who opened up their garage and the snow was up basically to the top of the garage door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you believe it?
Absolutely.
I know it couldn't have been just Newfoundland, but I think that was pretty much one of the hardest hit provinces.
That was the top news story for the week. Absolutely.
Exactly. Good morning, Kathy Bird and Cynthia Tenney and Sylvie. Hello. And Tommy's here. Howdy doody. Oh, that's been a long time ago. Claire. Hello, Claire. Nice
Donna.
And Donna's here.
Jennifer. Hello.
Hi, Jennifer. Kathleen Yonts.
Yeah.
Oh, you are feeling like a human again. Could have fooled me, Kathleen. Yeah, that was a real terrible bug I hear is going around. And now there's some other one going around.
Yeah, now there's another one.
Just wash your hands, everyone.
That's right, exactly.
Don't let the bugs get you.
Wash your hands constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, what did you do this week?
What did I do this week? Well, caught up from last week. So.
That's a big plus right there.
It was a fast week. I just said, geez, this week has flown by.
But last week you didn't get a chance to do all these things.
I did not, no.
And we had orders to fill, and Kathleen couldn't come in, and Carolyn couldn't come in.
Right,
so a whole bunch of things just didn't get done.
That's right. So I think we're finally caught up.
Excellent. And that way we can move forward again.
That's right.
It's very exciting.
Yes.
So this week you've caught up on
orders,
which is important, and also ordering in because we've sold so much.
That's right.
Over Christmas.
Exactly. I still have a couple of things to do in regards to that. But other than that, I'm almost there.
Yes.
And
you did some layout?
I did some layout. I did some corrections.
Which layouts did you do?
I've been working on I Love My Cat.
Yes. Cool. That one's coming along. I'm so glad because that one needs to come out, right?
It certainly does.
And it looks like Dory's here. Hello, Loretta. And
Linda.
Yeah, Emma Knotts. I don't know if I've seen Emma Knotts before. So
looks like a new
welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Dory says, good evening from Prague. Oh, very cold.
That is
actually, it's
chilly.
Not cold here anymore.
No, thank goodness.
We're up to 10 Celsius?
That's right. Winter lasted a week, and so, hey, we cannot complain. That's right.
Hi, milady.
Hi, Petra. Good morning.
You're up. How wonderful. Petra tends to burn the midnight oil.
Oh, does
as
she?
They say. So good to see you up.
God, completely different from you.
I know. Well, she goes to bed when I'm getting up.
That's right. Basically, yes.
Not quite, but we only overlap by, I don't know,
a couple hours.
2 hours. That's right. Donna says my sister-in-law left, and I got to stitch again. I saw that. I saw you got caught up on the Valentine's snow globe.
Yeah.
Nice colors. Tricia says, good morning. Sunshine. Exactly. You're having sunshine in Victoria. We're not quite having sunshine out here in Sydney.
No, it was a little foggy on my way out this morning, but
we always get separate weather, micro weather.
Yes.
From Victoria.
Yes, microclimates.
Yeah, the ocean affects everything.
It does.
Yeah. So anyway, last week I was on my own, so I didn't do much. I just stopped working.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
I did do a little bit. I stitched that cottage.
That
I showed last week.
Yes.
And designed the new cottage, another cottage, which is a Victorian cottage, which is very cute. I'm starting to stitch on it now, which will be my weekend project. And let's see what else I did. I worked with Petra on the new website, which is coming along.
It's coming along.
still haven't got the deposit from the U.S. funds, so I have a feeling I'm going to have to redo the bank account again.
I think you are, yes.
But anyway, these are things that we can fix.
That's right. It's all a learning experience.
Right,
so.
Petra? I'm sorry, Petra, you got kind of waylaid last night that you couldn't move forward into the wholesale area. So that's okay. We'll extend your deadline for your bonus. You'll be like to see that. And look at, you're being welcomed back.
I know. Thanks, Tricia.
That's good. And what else did I do last week? Oh, I cleaned up some in the house, which, I don't know about you, but I love decluttering. I don't like the actual choices, making the choices of what goes out the door. But once I've made the choice and I've let go, it feels so good. And so I always have the feeling that when I start decluttering, I lose weight.
Oh.
And it's true. It does go, you're willing to let things go.
Right. Yeah.
I'm such a pack rat. And that's why I feel the way I look the way I do, because I think I have, I want to hold on to things. You want to
hold on. Well, I went and bought 2 new pairs of shoes last week and thought, oh, geez, I'll go through all my shoes and throw out the ones I don't wear anymore. Well, I tried all of them on and I've kept all of them. So.
Good decluttering.
But they're now organized. So
that's the other good thing. Then you got to see which ones you're going to wear. Because otherwise, they're just in the closet. And I'll take the one I wore yesterday.
And I like to keep them in their original boxes. So, I had them in the boxes, but of course I could not see what they were. So
very neat.
That's right. Exactly. Neat and put away and out of mind. But now I know what I've got. And
that's good.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, we're just chit-chatting away because people are still coming on board. But we do have a question of the week.
Yes.
We actually, I didn't think it up. I had a question of the week in my mind, but Lisa had actually a better one, I think.
Yes.
And what was it again? Something about finishing.
It was. And, I thought of it earlier and now it went out of my mind.
Something about what kind of finishing do you like to do?
That's right. What kind of finishing do you like to do?
Yeah. And do you finish your own pieces? That was the actual one.
Yes, that's the question. Do you finish your own pieces?
Because really, I think we should have a little bit of a finish-a-thon. Don't you think? And we've got the rest of February, and your new stitch-along pattern is your last stitch-along part is coming up soon. And after you finish that, you might want to do a little bit of finishing.
Yes.
In fact, I think you were starting to finish, weren't you? When you were snowed in.
I said last Friday is, time to get in my sewing room and do some finishing. So here's Mermaid Song. So far it's not lined, but I have, as you can see, all the Skirtex, and I'm using Skirtex and not the fleece Pellon,
Is that right?
Yes.
Because you find the Skirtex just right.
Well, I wanted to put a little stiffness in it. But one thing about Skirtex is you have to sew it in. It's not an iron-on thing.
Oh, gosh. That's really old-fashioned, isn't it?
It's taken me a little bit. There's the...
Actually, if we back it up a little bit, then they can see. And then this is the other side of the pocket. It does have a narrow opening, but, it's kind of nice, but it is a narrow opening. There's no doubt about it. But still, it looks a little bit like a shell this way.
Exactly, and so that's the front part.
Got the little clamps on.
But I've got my little Wonder Clips, and I love them. These are the mini ones, and I just love them.
I had no idea about mini clips until I think it was someone on this group.
I think it was Charlotte.
Yes, and she was you.
Yeah, she had shown some, and I thought, what a brilliant idea.
For quilting, but for needlework finishing, it's awesome. Here, look at that. So then you can sew it to the Skirtex in the back, right?
Yeah.
So not that side. So all that gets sewn by hand because you've got it clamped down so well.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Exactly. And of course, this is the needle shell. And so I've got the iron-on interface. But I thought, hey, wouldn't it be good to have some Skirtex sewn in there? And then when you use it...
Will it fold?
It'll fold.
Well, I hope so.
And you have that nice, hard...
That's true, isn't it?
True.
Yeah. I love the way this folds.
Yeah.
It's almost like one of those little guys that you do this with.
That's right, yeah. I could never make those.
So that's the Skirtex that just fell down.
Skirtex that just fell down.
Okay.
Before I move the chair, I'll have to grab it so it doesn't.
Well, you got quite the project here. What's the finishing fabric look like?
Oh, the finishing fabric is.
Oh, nice. So that kind of matches one of the colors in there, doesn't it?
Exactly. It matches what's behind the heart hanger.
The heart hanger, and also it kind of matches the little mermaid girl.
Yeah.
Nice color. Nice. So you actually got quite a lot done last week. There you go.
So now I have to make the line, finish tacking down the edges, and then I'll make my lining pieces.
Oh, you know what I really like in your finishing projects? Look at any flat finishing project. She uses one of these. You can get them at Michael's.
You can get them at
pretty much anywhere.
Office supply stores, you know.
They're just so cool.
Yeah.
How many of these did you buy? 20?
No, I don't have 20. I might have half a dozen.
Yeah, so those are all different projects in different stages of finishing.
Right, exactly.
That's so cool. And they all, you could put everything together in one place.
Yes, but that's not listing all the other Rubbermaid containers I have. Like I've got Rubbermaid containers that have all sorts of projects in them.
True, because they're maybe in various stages and they're kind of three-dimensional or something.
Well, no, those are all the ones that I have finished stitching that need to be either framed, stretched onto mat board for boxes,
so lots and lots,
or sewn. And I've got 3 of them. So I've got one for my framing, I've got one for the hand sewing one, and I've got one for like ornaments and things like that.
You poor thing.
I
You
know.
must be dying to get them finished.
I am.
And I keep asking you to finish for Victoria's Sample.
Oh, well, that's okay. I mean, I'm not the fastest person. So, you know,
you're the most careful though.
I am very careful. And that, to me, it's not how quickly I get things done. It's the process of
the actual process of as you're doing it, you feel good.
That's right.
That's really cool, especially if you have patience like that for this kind of work. So now we're going to find out how many people actually do their own finishing. Maybe.
Yeah. Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Shelley's here. Kathleen D'Souza.
Hi, Kathleen.
Good to see you here. Sandy's here.
Hi, Sandy.
Can't stay. Okay.
Margaret, good to see you.
Hi, Becky.
Becky.
And Diane is here. I need a class.
We
We talked about this.
We did.
Yes, I do finish my own pieces. So sometimes it takes me forever.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone.
Absolutely.
So what if we pick 3 projects over the next half month?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it the next? No, month and a half, right?
Month and a half.
Over the next month and a little bit anyway. If we pick 3 projects, or you pick 3 projects, if you want to finish something.
Absolutely.
Pick 3 projects and then decide after that which one you're going to finish. Because you've got to sort of gradually pin it down. That's order of priority.
Yes. Yeah.
We could have a finish-a-thon of Victoria Sampler pieces.
We could.
Don't you think?
Yes.
If you guys have a Victoria Sampler piece you want to finish, then maybe we'll do a stitch along for finishing.
For finishing.
A finish along.
I think that's a great idea. I'm anxious to get this done because, of course, it's been on my sewing table for about a year now in different stages of completion. So I'm looking forward to finishing this as soon as possible so I can move on to the next one. So.
That's the way we are. Margaret does, and Norma. Hello, nice to see you, Norma. Tammy, she finishes her own work. Exactly. We've got to have a finish along. Kathy Bird does, and Sylvie, she tries her best. Which is, well, you're finishing. Good for you. And she finishes her own as a rule, which is good. Shelley says, I want to learn to finish. I still haven't finished my Christmas ornament. Well, that's another thing we can do. We can post some wonderful videos from the YouTube channel about finishing ornaments, for instance.
Yes.
But if we do a finish along, everyone will join in with their particular project. We can help you.
Yep.
Kathleen says, Kathleen, I take pieces to be framed to the framer. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, me too, Kathleen. That's what I do too.
Exactly.
The framed pieces go to the framer, and you know, I try to finish everything else.
We actually lost our frame shop, but our favorite framer, whose name is Dee, who used to work at that shop, has moved to another shop.
Yeah,
which is awesome, but we haven't seen her there yet.
No,
we really should go there.
Excuse me for a moment, okay?
Yes, she's got a little bit of a cough, and that's okay. I just looked outside and I see that it is bucketing down. It is pouring down all of a sudden.
Indeed,
So
yes.
I hope people haven't decided that they thought it was going to be nice and sunny, because it was.
Yeah.
Like 2 seconds ago.
That's right. I mean, when I came in, Carolyn said, "Oh, beautiful spring day." And I said, "Yes, the calm before the storm." And it looks like the storm hit already. So.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes. So what other kinds of comments have we got here? Beautiful pieces. That's about your mermaid song. And Donna, yes, we know you do great finishing. Dory also does. You're absolutely right. And it does take a while, doesn't it? The only thing she doesn't do is even finish the pieces that are to be framed. And I think I'm in that boat too.
Absolutely.
Except that, of course, I don't finish anything.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have my home finisher right here. Like some of you might have your finisher that you might bring.
Definitely.
You know, and some of the shops have finishing people, or not just the shops, but also there are finishing companies, we'll call them people anyway, who like to do finishing for other people. So sometimes people are lucky enough to have found one of those, and yes, you pay a little extra, but boy, you get some nice, nice pieces.
Stuff.
Mm-hmm. Jennifer Gowan does her own.
Good morning, Carol.
Hi, Carol Reed. Elizabeth, hello, afternoon. Marty, it's snowing again. I'm having my driveway plowed out. I'm really tired of winter. We only had like 3 days of winter
last week. Yes,
so we can understand.
And we're tired of it too.
It was only nice for one day, in my opinion.
Absolutely,
it was lovely.
It was very nice.
But the idea of being able to go places is kind of what we kind of expect out of life.
And here, you know, on the West Coast, that once it snows, it basically stops everything.
It kind of does. And, you know, we all say it's because of the other person, but frankly, I say it's about me too.
Absolutely.
I can't drive in the snow easily. I get so tense.
I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. And then, you know, I'm driving too slow, or I'm driving too fast up hills or whatever. I mean, I drove up and down my driveway and I was scared. Yeah. Did you notice when you drove down the driveway, you were in a track that was way over to the other side?
I did, and that's when I backed out. Because normally what I do is I turn around and I go out.
Yeah, but you couldn't see it, right?
But I couldn't see, and I backed out, and I couldn't see the driveway. And I noticed that once I got out on the road, I went, "Oh wow, I misjudged that one."
I'm just glad that I was watching it go back, and I thought, "Don't hit the ditch, please don't hit the ditch." And you didn't.
I did not, but yeah, I sure thank goodness it was snow, because otherwise I think I would have put ruts in the lawn.
I think so. Tammy says she uses these boxes. I guess these are scrapbooking boxes. Oh, I did not know that. But anyway, they're great boxes. And Jean says it depends, but I never do my own framing.
No, I don't do my own framing either.
Carol says I finished my own work. Thank you. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
Pauling. Kathy D'Souza says, I need to get your mermaid design.
It actually is a really beautiful design to stitch. It was a lot of fun.
You can also, if you extend, I'm just going to say something like, we're talking about finishing, and maybe people find it daunting to finish this piece, even though you could. Absolutely. But you could easily put this with the nice thing here. No, actually this one.
That's right.
This is the design you could make into a sampler.
Yes.
And then have the mat cut around the shell.
Absolutely.
It would be so cute.
And then not do the heart hanger part of it.
No, you don't have to do the heart hanger. You just do this part and then have somebody frame it. Oh, sorry. Have somebody frame it. And when they frame it, they can cut a mat around the shell.
Absolutely.
And it will look like a shell.
It certainly will.
Anyway, that's another way to do it. And you don't have to do all that finishing. Some of the pieces we've done for classes have really been pretty, how can I put it, challenging.
Challenging, yes.
It's not like you can't do it. And we have some instructions. They're very good instructions, can be done. But I think a lot of people find it a little bit daunting to be finishing things in such a precise
especially
way.
With curves and things like that.
Exactly.
And with that heart hanger cut around it, it's not necessarily an easy one to finish.
No.
But if you take your time.
That's the secret.
That's right.
It is for all the finishing.
Take your time. Do it. Don't do it in a hurry.
It's the same as quilting. I mean, I'm in a hurry for everything. It's just the way I am. And I find it difficult to slow my whole pace down, to measure everything carefully, and I feel like a snail. And then if you do it that way, though, you're cutting for quilting or you're finishing, turns out way better.
Yeah.
So if you take your time, like really slow down and measure carefully.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to, for me anyways, I have to be in the right frame of mind to do finishing.
Yeah, yeah.
And
to have a kind of a clear couple of hours.
A clear couple of hours, or just a clear mind.
Oh, that's hard to do.
That's right. I mean, when I get home from work, the last thing I want to do is do any finishing. So that's why it takes me a long time. It's usually on the weekend when
Sunday mornings.
Yeah, Sunday mornings, even Saturday mornings.
Or when you're snowed in.
Or when I'm snowed in, exactly. And I have nothing else to do. That's
the best time.
That's the best time.
No guests coming.
That's right.
Groceries to get.
I don't have to be anywhere. That's the best time.
Yeah.
So hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb. You're here. Great. And Kathleen does her own finishing. Margaret says, I have Tulip Terrace to finish. Good. You can go along with our finish along. We're going to have a finishing on, I think.
And Margaret, I have finished Tulip Terrace, but I have the other 3 yet to finish.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Into pillows. So
it's been sitting on her sewing machine probably 6 months.
Yeah. They're not even on the sewing table. They're in one of my finishing boxes. So
deeply hidden in the cupboard.
Deeply hidden. That's right.
That's great. Becky says, Becky, it's nice to see you. I finished some of my own things, but not everything. That's brilliant. That's probably what we all should do. Have to get back to work. Okay, bye,
Kathleen.
Cynthia says, I will finish small cross-stitch items. Any needlework ornaments go out to a finisher. Oh, you are lucky. You found a finisher. We're going to have to put that in our file somewhere where there are finishers.
There are finishers, professional finishers.
Exactly. Cynthia, send me an email at, actually send it to the office at info@victoriasampler.com if you have the name of a finisher that wouldn't mind doing other people's finishing.
Yeah.
Because it's always nice to have that access. Debbie says, finish along is a good idea. Yay!
My framer is in Campbell River.
That's great. I'm glad you like the idea, Debbie. Raining here as well. Deb says we have rain here too. Yeah. Let's stop bucketing.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, it looks like it's getting brighter out there again. So.
Well, what else is new? Oh, yes, we were going. Oh, there's a few more comments.
We're
Sorry,
we might not be able to get to all of them.
Oh, no, maybe not.
Yeah.
Elizabeth's got one from Mystic Retreat.
Absolutely.
That one definitely needs to be done.
Yeah.
Marty Martin says, I had a finishing business. You certainly did. And the things that you have made for us, we still use.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So love them. I really enjoyed it. I did work for a local shop and then 2 different magazines even. Wow. So I had a good time doing it. And now I have a lot of things of my own.
Yeah.
They're stacking up.
Yes. I know what you mean, Marty.
Funny. Magali says, hola.
Hola.
Hola to you too, Magali. Kathy Monk says, good
morning.
morning. And Dory's been asked by a friend of mine to finish her latch hook piece into a pillow. Trying to decide how much to charge her. Any ideas? Charge her a lot.
Yeah. I'm not good at figuring out, what to charge people for finishing and that. So
how many hours are you going to spend on it?
That's right.
I would say tell her, that it's an estimate first, and then you'll see how many hours you spend on it, and then judge for yourself. You want to make at least $1 an hour.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking more of between $15 to $20 an hour. So
that's a thought, and especially if you haven't done one before, latch hook one, you might want to charge a little less than that. But really, your time is valuable.
Absolutely.
And Beverly says, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Shelley says, we had our 2 days of winter. Oh, that's funny. That's South Florida winter.
Well, what's really funny is on the Weather Network I was watching last night, they were talking about how cold it has been in Florida and how all the iguanas are falling out of the trees.
That's right.
It's raining iguanas.
Jimmy Kimmel did quite a funny thing about that. And I think all the late night talk show people talked about that. Jennifer Gowan, where do you get those clips?
Well, I got them from one of our suppliers, but I have seen them on Amazon. I've gotten some from Michael's before, but they're the larger ones. They're not the smaller ones. They're called Wonder Clips.
There you go. So just Google Wonder Clips either on Amazon or just Google it all together, and you'll probably find a few other suppliers that will give them to you. Tammy says, I still have to do the finishing for the mermaid song. Oh, good. That's the one you're going to choose, right, Tammy?
And mine was in a box for a long time too, Tammy. So I decided, actually, at the start of last year, I was going to finish it. So it's taken me this amount of time to get to where I am.
Well, you had the dedication and the intention last
Yes.
year. I mean, it takes that long for your intention to come out.
Well, what takes, I think, for me, the longest is getting the templates ready.
Yeah, it's true.
And that it takes a lot of concentration, and that kind of held me off for a while, going how to do.
It's easier to do when you have a photocopy or a scanner.
Yes.
So that you can make a life-size
copy of it.
So that you can use that to make the template. But then that has to be jiggled a little bit, because sometimes it's a little too big, sometimes a little too small for it to be stretched.
Exactly. And I thought I would be able to use the templates that I used to finish yours. Well, not all 28 count fabric is equal.
Yeah, you got to make your own.
You got to make your own each time.
So that's a good hint.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you mentioned that. Good morning, Karen Krause.
Hi, Karen. Good to see you.
Susan, love, what's the name and number of the mermaid, please?
It is number 117.
Isn't she good?
And it's called Mermaid Song.
There's no hint here. There's no note that she wrote. She just knows it in her head. Debbie Armstrong, do you wash your backing material first?
With cotton fabrics, being that I used to quilt quite a bit, and I have quite a stash of cotton fabric. Yeah, that was always one of the things. I just did it. So
I think you did it when you bought it, right?
Yeah, I did. As soon as I brought it home from the store, it goes into the washing machine, and I wash my backing fabric.
That's pretty fast.
But if it's something like satin or silk,
then don't buy
only silk, no, I don't wash that.
I was going to say, with the cotton fabric that you have, that's, do you also edge the raw edge before you throw it in the sewing machine?
No,
I mean, in the washing machine?
I just threw it in the washing machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have a little bit of fringe left?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I, straighten it up when I'm cutting the fabric and that. So,
well, that's good. So you've got all pre-washed fabric in your bins.
I do, yeah.
You're so smart. Elizabeth says, envelope is done, but the smalls need to be finished. Excellent. Hey, I think a VS finish along is going to be just fun.
That's right. And I know what you mean, because I did the Victorian pin cushion. The pin cushion part is done. The other pieces are not.
Well, I think you're going to be working on Mermaid Song, though, right?
Yes.
During the finish-a-thon?
I am. So I'm going to try to get that done, and then maybe I might be able to get the pieces done for a Victorian pin cushion.
Oh, so, well, little bit by little bit.
Well, yeah.
Can you possibly click on that says the new comments so that we go past them? Because we're not even touching them. It's okay. Know. Go ahead, and then we'll go to the bottom, but that's okay, because we're almost at the bottom. Good. See, I just tell her what to do, and she just does it.
It's like, so okay, nice. Fine. We're missing a whole bunch here, but
okay. Remember, we were going to show a whole bunch of heart-like projects.
We were, exactly. And so we got to get moving on to that.
Many of the heart-shaped or heart-included projects are older projects. They're a little bit more intense.
That's right.
They're not as cross-stitch heavy. They're more specialty stitch heavy, but there's still a bunch over there. They've got the models all out.
Yeah.
I think we have 4 over there.
We've done that one before, haven't we?
Yes, but that's the way it goes. We have to do it again.
We have to do it again, I think.
I think this is the lilac one, is it? No, this is the memories one.
That's the heirloom memories.
So lavender hearts is this one.
That's right, exactly.
And I've got only the pin cushion for the lavender hearts here.
Yeah.
Although there is actually
a needle roll for it too.
Yeah, we have a needle roll, but it's not there. So this is the pin cushion anyway.
Yeah.
And that is the sampler.
The sampler.
And I think that number is number 30. Exactly. I'm going to go a little closer and see if actually you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it, so let's see. Okay, so that is the heart. And you can actually decorate the Hardanger heart a little bit differently than just all Doug's eyelets. You can do partial Greek crosses, all sorts of fun things with that, which I didn't do at the beginning of my design career. And then this is a really nice one with all the little rose hearts in it. And there's a couple of 3, I think, hem stitching ones. Goes in and out of focus, which is cool.
And so do I. So, hey, that's always fun.
I love that hem stitching at the bottom and the bargello also. So that actually is all part of this project.
That's right. Number 30.
Number 30, lavender hearts. And it is an older one.
But it is an older one.
So fun because it has so many specialty stitches. I guess we have to put that one away.
Away, yeah.
Yes, I'm just going to go in front of the camera a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next one.
You got that one?
I do.
Okay, this one's called Victorian Rose.
Yeah.
I think it was originally meant as a kind of Christmas, but it didn't turn out Christmassy. It didn't at all. But that is like a sachet, right?
Yeah.
We call it a sugar plum.
It's like a needle roll.
Right, a big fat needle roll,
Yeah.
like a candy.
Like a candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the sampler, which also has a whole bunch of really cool little stitches in it. It's not very big, but the effect of the stitches is so cool.
Absolutely.
Because you've got so many beads and all sorts of things that
Yeah.
you can put in there. So the heart eye in particular, see how you can do all sorts of different filling stitches, and it makes it look quite different. So that one is called Victorian Rose.
And it's leaflet number 72.
There you go. Got that one, and that has a lot of hearts in it too. Lavender hearts and Victorian Rose both have lots of little hearts in them. Ah, this is the Belpo finishing leaflet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's, is that the same one?
No.
Come on.
Well, it is, but it's from a different design.
Oh, I got the wrong model out.
Yeah.
I tried really hard. Let's see if you can get it up close so that they can see it. So that one, I've got my name on it, but that's okay. It's called Stitching is My Passion, that little Belpo. But the good thing about that, it's very small, especially for
Absolutely.
beginner specialty stitchers. And the design is in this leaflet, which is about finishing Belpos.
Yes.
So if you're ever interested in learning how to finish Belpos, you can finish them in these 3 ways. With rolled hem stitching around the outside, just by itself, like this one.
Like a little sampler like this.
And you can turn,
which has the backing
on
on it.
And the instructions also show you how to cut around the outside, putting blanket stitch around the
Blanket
outside.
stitches, yes.
And I'll show you inside. What's so cool about this one, it has the patterns with my name all over it, which we don't do very much anymore, thank goodness. And more, and then it has an alphabet, so you can change things. And then it has a whole bunch of wonderful color pictures and directions on how to finish. And Lisa really, I mean, her finishing and her instructions, she's the best teacher.
Oh.
She really is. Only she does it all in print. And that's even harder than doing it in front of you. And there is even more wonderful ways of finishing and doing the hem stitching, all sorts of great instructions. Oh, that one is number F01.
F01.
And don't forget, the finishing ones are under finishing in the menu in our old website so far.
Well, in the website that we have right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I call it old now because we have a new one.
We do, but the new one's not. It's almost ready. Yeah. So
And
everybody would like to do a BS finish-a-thon.
excellent. I have done the
Lavender heart.
Lavender heart sampler. Oh, wow. I just saw a deer. Oh, that's cool. That's nothing like having your wildlife come and visit you.
Yeah.
Lunch is over. Goodbye, Lisbeth. Linda says, I love your finishing leaflets. Thank you, Linda. We're actually busy incorporating them in our normal
regular lineups
so that it isn't focused on finishing, but the leaflets will still continue to be created. They're just going to be part of our regular sampler lineups.
Yeah.
And we found that doing it that way, people can see them. Otherwise, very often, they don't even notice them in the finishing section.
I think the word finishing sometimes deters people from
but
actually.
they're also designs, right?
They're also designs. Yeah.
Exactly. And then we have one more, which is one of my favorite big ones. Aw.
Give that to you.
Number 18.
Yeah. Heirloom Anniversary Sampler.
This one's a little bit challenging, as you can imagine, because it has silk ribbon, which some people find a little bit daunting. It also has some awesome hem stitching. And this is the hem stitching where you actually unravel the fabric threads once you've cut them. You ravel them back in. So the edges of the hem stitching, you don't have a cluster block there to hold the fabric threads back. They get worked into the fabric. It really is a cool and a very interesting technique. I think you'll really like it.
And you do that before you do the satin stitch triangles.
Exactly. Yes, really good point. And then there's another wonderful hem stitching row and lots of hearts. And this is my name with Richards. And I think that it's the heart up at the top that is so so nice, but I can't show you.
Yeah,
It's not so easy. I can show you
yeah.
this way.
And it's leaflet number 18.
That's right. So the frame is also really good, which I really like this frame for this piece. You think you'll put that over there?
I can.
Thank you. So we've shown you some more heart products. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of your patterns, says Deb. I do too. Martin, technical writing is very difficult. I had to do it for the magazines I work for, and you really have to stop and think. Isn't that the truth?
For sure.
Yeah, the logical mind, right? You have to just think, okay, first people do this, then they do this, and everything has to be shown in print.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I really admire what you do. And, you know, at the very beginning, we kind of worked out together what we were going to do, how we were going to show it.
Yeah.
And that system is still working.
Yeah, still works.
But you're improved on it since, you know, 18 years ago since you started?
I've had several years practice. So, yeah.
I'll say. Hi, Viv.
Hi, Viv.
Aw, that's nice. I'm really glad you made it. Good for you. Well, we just showed some models, Viv, and it was fun. So hopefully you'll enjoy seeing them later. The problem with watching later is the focus just isn't even the same as it is when we're doing things live.
Yes. Yeah.
And, you know, I was talking to Petra, and she said, you can get better focus if you do it through YouTube. And I'm going to, you know, give that a try. I think the first time I tried it, it didn't seem to be any different, but maybe I have to do different settings.
Yeah.
And that way people can still come to Facebook.
Yes.
They just click on a link and then you see it, rather than Facebook telling you. You just go and you find the link. That will be the first link that you see. Anyway, apparently that will work, and you get a better picture for a replay. Yeah. We'll see. Yep. Because when you're doing live, exactly, live streaming, it takes a lot of bits and bytes. Yes. It's very heavy on your computer. So whatever you see is sometimes also filtered down by how much bandwidth you have at your end. Never mind what we have on our end. But anyway, let's hope we can make them a little bit more sharp. Yep. You know, so the pictures can be shown a little bit better. Meanwhile, we're still able to come live, which is really fun.
Yeah, and we've had a good stream today.
Oh, are we done?
No, we're not done.
Well, we're close to being done.
But it's not shutting itself off. That's what I meant. So
last time was horrible. Another 3 or 4 different snippets.
That's right.
So I guess you've all been waiting for the rest of the snow globe.
Yeah.
And I know that last week's was this one, and so many of you finished it this way, which was really cool. And then you used a whole bunch of your own threads and colors, and some people changed the wording. All awesome. I love that. And then this week, you can decide which one of these you're going to choose. There's going to be either a little cute little girl or a boy, or just different clothing. And notice how there's blue in there as well, which I wanted to take out of, you know, that same color blue that's in the bluebirds. So I hope that you enjoy this version. And these are kind of slightly different little people. I call them little people. One looks a little more girlish and one looks a little more boyish, and you can have different colors for hair, etc. So I hope you enjoy that upload or download.
Very cute.
Get to it. And that will be part 4. Drum roll, drum roll, please. Aw, I'm really glad you like them. Thank you. And I know you're going to make something beautiful out of the little snow globe. The snow globe itself has been such a fun thing for people to do. I am so happy to see that snow globes are cool, and that I use cool a lot today.
Yeah, well.
Oh, well, that's just my term of the day. Anyway, I'm really glad you like them because, okay, so I'm going to ask you all direct. Do you want another snow globe sometime in the future?
Yes.
Okay, not right away.
Not next month.
No, exactly. So that's good, adorable, cute. Exactly, part 4. Now, another thing you can do is if you find a little motif somewhere else in one of our Victoria sampler patterns, like a cat or a dog, like the dogs, for instance. Now, that would be cute. With
Absolutely.
You could put the heart on top of that, or a heart charm instead of the stitched heart. I mean, there's so many things you can put in the middle, but mainly it's meant to be a Valentine idea. And all of the little flowers are actually the snow. in
Yes.
the snow globe. I
Yeah.
hope you got that. Otherwise, the whole deal doesn't work. Thank you. I'm really glad you like it. All of the snow globes are very beautiful with the color combos, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really? I agree. People have done so fun things. And Marty says yes,
yeah.
she wants more snow globes.
Sylvie says sure.
Does it sound like the same size snow
Yeah.
globe? In other words, would you like a series of this size snow globe?
Yeah.
Or would you like larger snow globes?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just interesting for me to find out,
Absolutely.
right? And we do have a captive audience here, so thank you for that.
And so far, everybody's saying yes.
Oh, good. Another snow globe would be amazing. Yeah, sure. And look we have 48 people here today.
I know.
That
we
is
do.
so exciting. I think that's the most live people we have had watching so far.
Yeah.
Because getting on live on a Friday morning is not easy. You all have lives.
That's right.
I mean, it's Friday morning for us, Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Some people, it's the middle
Friday
of the
evening.
night. So,
Yeah.
thank you for coming.
And
We
Beverly
really
would like
appreciate it.
a Christmas snow globe.
Oh, that's a little far away for Christmas.
Yeah. But
I like
maybe
that
in the fall.
future. Yes. And Tammy says, very cute. Need to work on part 3 with 4. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then you can tone the hummingbirds in.
That's right.
Or
yes,
the birds
there's
in,
birds.
in with the color of the thing. Yes. A series of this size would be so fun. Well, we could make this the year of the snow globe.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, Deb says not larger.
I'd never keep up. Okay, got it. I like this size. Yeah, same size. Nice. Thank you so much for your feedback. Because I don't know about you, but if I'm not talking to people and I don't get answers back, then I don't know. I just have to do my best guess.
Absolutely.
Charlotte DeVere is here, late arrival, but hey, exactly.
Yeah.
Better late. She has hers sitting there waiting for me. I've been doing a pretty major redo. I love doing that, reorganizing your space.
Yeah.
The snow globe is one of the rewards I'm using. That's so cute. Thank you. Karen says, do you have wedding samplers?
Yes, we do.
We have one major one.
Yeah, we have the heirloom wedding sampler, which is leaflet number 27.
I have it here.
Yeah.
I'm going to show it next week as well, but that is the major one. And then we have several others that can be used for a wedding sampler.
We also have the garden wedding sampler.
Garden wedding.
Yeah.
And we also have the anniversary sampler, works really well
as
for
a
wedding sampler too. Lots of choices for wedding samplers.
Yeah.
Karen Lipchick, you're welcome. Charlotte says, same size.
Yeah.
It looks like a new person, Diane Gregg Gugliori.
Hello, Diane.
Hello, Diane. It's nice to see you. Well, we really love having you all here. And honestly, by the time it gets to be 45 minutes live streaming, and we've pretty much had our morning stream done, we've noticed that more and more people come on.
They do. Absolutely.
And, the temptation is to go another 15 minutes in the future. But
maybe in the future.
Yeah, maybe in the future. At the moment, we still have so much to do.
We do, yes.
And every minute is precious here in the Victoria Sample Studio.
I must get on to my Friday's list of things I need to do.
Exactly.
So,
and I have a date with Petra. I have to make sure that we can get together on Zoom today.
Right.
And that's right after this live stream. And of course, I have to upload part 4.
You do indeed. So I guess we're coming to an end.
Yes.
And we're going to say, I hope you all have a very stitchy weekend.
And I want to see if we can get a good thumbnail with a smile at the end.
I know, yes.
Okay, because we have to remember to smile.
We'll see what they're like. They always capture me with my mouth open for some reason. Maybe
and not smiling.
I'm not smiling. I'm not a smiler anyways, most times. So.
But when you do, you just, you just wow everybody.
Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Thank you for joining us. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.